Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You, Me, and He. I'm your host, Rob Lambert, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
This is Drew Carroll. Hello.
I'm glad you finished it with that because I was about to say you couldn't have sounded more boring.
Yeah, it was pretty dry. There.
I'm Drew
That's
Carroll.
all right.
All I do is just follow the lead. It trickles down.
You know what? Josh, let's test that theory. Let's just
All
take it from the top. Here we go.
All right, perfect.
3, 2. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You, Me, and He. I'm your host, Rob Lambert.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
And this is Drew Carroll.
It's not a baseball game, bro.
I know.
Don't be jealous.
I was halfway expecting him to just be like Drew Carroll.
He did one up it though. If you actually heard it, I mean, he did. His long pause was 3 times as long as yours when he said his name.
It was quite good. It was quite good.
Was that because you have less to say, so you feel like you have to draw it out longer?
I don't want my name to be forgotten.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, hey, welcome to the show, everybody. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting the show. Make sure you leave us a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcast and subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend about the show and check us out at patreon.com/youmehepodcast.
Don't talk to the other Patreon guys.
Just $2 a month gets you access to exclusive content, and we're talking about some great stuff tonight. So jump on now. You're going to want to be a part of that. Now, fellas, I don't know about you, but I had a pretty interesting week. I don't think I shared the story with you, and I'm so excited to tell you. So, my wife, for her job, she has times when she's planning events. Okay, she's on the phone with people, working out details, and getting things kind of lined up and making sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Now, she was going to throw this event for a bunch of ladies. And are you guys down with charcuterie? Do you know what charcuterie is?
No.
What?
Charcuterie, like a charcuterie board. You ever heard of that before?
Charcuterie board?
No.
Yeah, it's like when people will take they'll take like a piece of wood and they'll put like a lot of different like cheeses and crackers and fruit on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's what that's called? There's got to be a better name.
It's called charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
It did not sound anything like what you just described.
It sounds like a mixture of a bunch of bad words.
It's definitely. It doesn't sound. It's
is,
definitely a mixture of a bunch of bad words.
Is that a charcuterie?
Y'all down with some charcuterie? It's like an adult Lunchable. It's Lunchables for ladies and sophisticated folk.
Why didn't you just say adult Lunchable?
Yeah, you're right. I should have led with that. Because charcuterie sounds so much cooler. So they're planning like this night, but a big part of it was going to be this they were going to take like the idea of charcuterie, and they were going to just expand it to like a feast. It was going to be this big table, this big charcuterie table, and cheese and meat and crackers, various fruits.
Okay. So it is a
charcuterie
Lunchable.
It literally.
At the end, you get a massive Capri Sun. So
is that a box of wine?
No, it's like a 55-gallon drum.
Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. If charcuterie is an adult Lunchable, then yeah, dude, a box of wine is an adult Capri Sun. Josh, you're a genius.
I know.
This is amazing. So she's on the phone working out some details and working out all the little ins and outs of what's going to happen. And this is, I can't stress enough, this is a serious question that she's asking the person on the other end of the phone. So I'm only hearing one half of the conversation, but all I hear her say is, now, I need to be sure, are they going to be showing up early to cut the cheese? And when she asked that question, the third grader in me just couldn't hold it in because
wait.
She legitimately needed to know.
But you didn't catch charcuterie?
You thought that was normal.
What am I missing with charcuterie?
Shart?
Cooter?
The two words
you're right.
that
I
make
didn't
up
connect
the
those
one
dots.
word.
Yeah, I totally missed that. Yeah, you're right. That's excellent. And here I am like a chump laughing at cut the cheese. What am I doing?
Been missing the one joke the whole time.
The entire time he's been explaining that, he's like, why do these guys think charcuterie is so funny?
Like, it's just a funny word, guys. I get it.
And if you take the meaning of those words and you
have
put
it-
them together, you're kind of like,
What you actually have a table of?
Dang it, Drew.
there's that.
Interesting platter.
Well, congrats. Congrats. You guys officially ruined charcuterie.
Bet you won't have those nights anymore.
No,
It used to be so
forever gonna be known
sophisticated.
as adult Lunchable now.
Have we tainted it?
Oh, dude. Well, you got to give him credit. He doesn't really beat around the bush, does he?
I don't know if you've tainted it as much as it's more like a skid mark on the record.
Oh. Well, you can all rest assured. You can all rest assured that yes, they did show up early to cut the cheese for the charcuterie. So, anyways, so I know I know we talked about it a little bit in the Patreon. You guys haven't seen Captain Marvel yet.
No.
Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. But did you?
Do you ever miss out on a female lead movie?
Oh, easy now. Whoa.
Kidding. I'm just
We
kidding.
should
Calm
edit that
down.
out just in case we have a couple listeners that happen to be female.
The opinions of Josh Frankenstein do not reflect all of the Captain Marvel.
There we go.
I'm really glad you
Disclaimer.
followed it up with that. That was kind of the point, man. Jeez.
We don't need those SJWs coming after us. I cannot stress how much feminism there is in that film. But anyways, moving on. Did you guys, however, see possibly the greatest heist movie of the season? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Definitely not.
You guys got to go see the live action version of Dumbo.
Oh.
Because it is. Dude, Disney's live action Dumbo is legitimately a heist movie at its heart. It's ridiculous.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
Someone's like, I got an idea for a movie. We're going to take Dumbo and merge it with Ocean's 11.
And yeah, we're gonna get that.
Pretty much.
And you know what'll sell it? Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting in that room and they're like, "Is he still acting? Let's get him."
Instead of George Clooney, the greatest actor of all time, you
That's
get
right.
a one-armed Colin Farrell. A one-armed Colin Farrell, which I can't stress enough, is an Irishman who's trying to do like some sort of weird Southern drawl accent. Oh, it's as good as it sounds, fellas. The one shining.
They're like, take this, Greatest Showman.
Dude, I will say the one shining beacon of light was Danny friggin' DeVito, dude. Oh my gosh, this guy. He's 4 feet 5 inches of pure acting fury. That guy's amazing.
Does he tickle your funny bone, Rob?
Dude, he was excellent. He and Michael Keaton were not too bad, but all I have to say, dude, is I went in expecting a fun family romp, and no, dude, it was a legitimate nail biting heist film. So there you go.
So just constantly stressed out the entire time.
Just instead of stealing cash, Dumbo is trying to steal himself. Basically, is kind of how it goes.
Dumbo is trying to steal himself. This
Yeah,
is you
that's
have
kind of
my
the gist of the film.
You have my interest peaked. My interest is peaked.
Just go check out Dumbo. You'll have a fun. a fun family romp. I don't know why that made you laugh a minute ago, but
Because usually when I hear that word, it's also not attached to family things. You're just saying a lot of things.
Southern family things.
you could have a fun family romp. You could have a fun family romp that starts with some charcuterie, so no problem. Anyways, Josh, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing okay, but I hate the month of April with every fiber of my being. Like, if I could just go into a coma for 30 days.
First day of
I know. I know. It starts with April Fool's Day, which
you don't know what to believe.
that's just annoying.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Then there is the first day of spring, a few days before, which starts March 21st. And anyone who knows me knows that spring is my worst season. Like I love this.
Trillions and trillions of enemies all around.
All around, dude. It's just facing little miniature Death Stars floating in the air. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that I struggle with allergies. So I'm just from March until the end of May, I'm just dripping from the nose. I'm coughing, hacking like crazy. I can barely breathe. My eyes are all bloodshot. And then on top of all of that, you have to take tax season.
Oh, baby.
And file paperwork with the government, which I hate. So it's just dude, what is the only thing that's positive about April, March is the start of baseball season.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Easter.
Yes, the remembrance of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. There's that too.
Now, don't you feel dumb?
Man, I feel like Colin Farrell.
In Dumbo or in phone booth?
Sure.
Oh my God.
How about as Dumbo in phone booth? So, yeah, dude. I wish I could say I've done a bunch of things, but I have been down and out, man. I tried working in the yard this weekend, and I was trying to come up with a backyard philosophy for Drew, right? I was out there 15 minutes before my wife had to come pick me up off the ground because I couldn't breathe. I was just struggling on the ground. Oh, by the way,
She had to administer an EpiPen.
yeah, this season started off so great too because I used to be allergic to honeybees. And I've quickly found out that I'm not so much allergic to honeybees anymore. I kind of am, but not as bad as I used to be. I got stung on the first day of spring by 2 bees on the back of my neck.
Ooh.
Yeah,
dude.
double trouble on the same day. I was freaking out, dude. I ran into the house. The only place I have an EpiPen anymore is in my golf bag. And I go and I look in my golf bag. My EpiPen had been expired for 3 years.
Did you do it anyway?
No.
Oh.
No, dude, you're not supposed to use that stuff.
I thought they just put those dates on there just for...
No, not the liquid stuff. It actually goes bad. It actually
Dude, you don't
goes
want
bad.
to...
So
You don't want to chase the Benadryl dragon?
no, so that was the second thing that I did. I went straight into my room and took 250 milligram Benadryl pills.
Oh, dude. Passed
And then
out before you even
died.
made it back to the door.
Dude, it's just
Straight to the ground.
so I dropped 2 of those pills, and then obviously Amy's freaking out because she can see me kind of this is not good. I just got stung by 2 bees on the back of my neck, near my spinal cord, very close to my brain stem. This can't be great. Worst thing that happened, man, just a few chest pains.
And superpowers.
That's how we became Bee Man.
Dang it! I was gonna say Bumblebee, but sure, that works.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I remember back in the day when you got stung, bro, and you were
Yeah,
you had hives and crap.
I had that.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
had that
die.
huge breakout. Yeah, yeah. Me and my 9 lives,
Dude,
or 3 now. I'm not sure.
you're getting stronger.
Yeah, I'm overcoming. I'm an overcomer. You know that song, yeah?
I don't think I do.
Drew, how's your week?
I've had better. So this last week, we had some friends that were in town from Oregon, and we met up with them in Fresno, and I went and bought a Frisbee. You know, one of those ones that it doesn't have the middle. It's just like the strip around the outside.
Yes.
And
It looks like Saturn's rings.
Dude, you can throw it like a mile.
Yes.
Just with a flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
So we're chucking this thing back and forth, dude, and there's all these trees around, and it got stuck up in this tree, and it was probably, I don't know, like 10 or 11 feet up. And so my buddy was like, hey, dude, let me hoist you up with your foot, and then you grab the branch and then grab the Frisbee. Now, I don't know if you guys have the same problem or not, but in my almost 34-year-old body, I still have an 18-year-old mind.
No, I've never caught that at all, actually.
So my thought is, dude, I've done stuff like this before. I could do this. No problem. So we jump up, dude. He hoists me up, and I'm going, dude, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I missed the branch.
Oh, no.
So close yet so far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did not let go of my foot, and I went straight to the ground, dude. On my back. I hit like the back left part of my...
How did you not break something? You know, like a hip?
I don't know, dude. When
It's that Centrum Silver he's been taking.
Dude, when my shoulder hit the ground, it felt like slow motion, dude. I just felt my spine, and I heard all these different pops, and it just... It felt like a...
Everybody take note. This is what happens when you eat vegetables. You literally become unbreakable. Like, nothing but vegetables.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's a vegan. He's got real superpowers.
I'm not vegan, and I actually ate ribs last night. So we can throw that out the window.
I cheat every now and then.
Oh, my gosh.
But, dude, it was just one of those moments, like... As soon as I was on my way down to the ground, first my arm was out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to break my arm. Cool. Awesome. And then I didn't break my arm, and I was like, sweet.
But I broke my back.
And I jumped up, dude, acting like everything was fine. And deep down inside, I was like, oh, my gosh, dude, everything in me hurts. Everything hurts.
Oh, my God.
I wish I could go back to the days, man. Like, I see my children now, right? I've got a son who's 9, twin girls that are 6, and my youngest one is 3. And when they eat it hard. And they just get right back up.
Don't care at all.
And keep moving.
Yeah.
They can literally like twist an ankle, sprain an ankle, break an ankle, and they just get up as if like nothing happened, and they just keep running.
Dude, if I twist an ankle, I'm like, give me a cast.
Dude, I talk with my buddies about this all the time. Like, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but when I'm walking around somewhere, if I catch like a hole in the grass or something like that, I don't even try and correct anymore. I just biff it. Like I just
go straight to the ground.
I just lay myself down, and I'm not even gonna try and fight this, because if I do, that's how I'm gonna like sprain my knee.
It's like
break my hip, break an arm. You know, and this is like landing on grass. And this is going to happen. I just let myself fall, dude. I don't even care. I'm not even going to try.
An emergency shutoff switch for the dad bod.
Yeah, dude. It's like Mayday. All of a sudden, just Mayday.
Just go limp, dude. It's better than trying to fight it.
Do the rag doll. You'll be fine.
Just go limp. Just go limp.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, yeah.
First time any one of you guys have ever heard that, by the way? Been told that?
just go limp.
Just wondering.
I can't think of a situation where that would be okay. I mean, I'm really trying to process this.
You're the star in a play.
Oh,
Yeah, that would do it. That would do it.
you're giving a presentation in front of the board.
Yeah, that'll do it
Teacher
too.
calls you up to write something on the whiteboard.
You're shaking hands with President Trump.
Oh, man.
Or his
So
wife,
apparently-
Melania.
Apparently, there's a lot of situations where that would apply.
Yeah, what do I know? I'm the idiot here.
I mean, I've never done any of those things, but
Oh man. Right on.
Awesome. Well, hey, speaking of bouncing back from taking a fall, we're all getting a little bit older, and when we come back, we're going to reflect on that just a little bit. What life is like in our 30s. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back to the show. And guys, today we're just going to do business with something that's becoming all too real. It's becoming a reality for us. We're all in our 30s. We're all dads. We're all husbands. We're getting older. This is a fact of life. And I think there's things that we experience that maybe we never would have imagined that we would have experienced in our 30s, but now have become so commonplace. So let's just talk about it. Let's just get therapeutic on this bad boy and talk about life in our 30s. Let's throw down some wisdom bombs to the people who are listening.
okay.
Everything in life is easier if you just wear your pants around your waist. That's
Wait,
something
What?
Did you used to be a sagger?
Yeah, dude, up until I was, I don't know, 30.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember this. Do you remember this? Like, I don't remember this.
Him showing his boxers
Dude,
all the time?
Not like below my butt,
Oh.
but I mean like halfway, maybe a quarter.
Oh, okay.
But now,
Are you saying like wearing jeans that actually like fit you, like clothes that fit your body well?
Yeah, where they were meant to go. Yeah.
Yeah, like some good, like you want to like go and buy some like Goodfellow because it's just going to look so nice and fit you well.
Nope. I'm 30, not 70.
Nor are you Indian.
That was weird. It just hung up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so all I heard was I'm 30, not 70. So
Yeah, I said nor are you Indian. Apparently.
okay, there you go. All right, I'll make a cut and then we'll come back in.
Does anybody remember that story I told you
I
about?
do.
Oh, for sure.
Twin. Your
Yeah.
I would
Goodfellow
say
twin.
probably one of the most epic stories shared on this podcast. So good. The truck stop Indian twin. No one can forget.
Stop Indians. Wait, that's right. So
Dude,
funny.
what do you got against Goodfellow, bro? I own a few pieces of Goodfellow. It's not bad. It's good stuff.
Yeah, what
It's
do you
got
have
good in the
against
name,
Goodfellow?
Drew.
What do you have against Goodfellow?
It's just not for me, dude.
Those pants are for you though. They look like they could be Goodfellow.
Okay, these are like the one thing I own.
That's Goodfellow.
They didn't have other sweats at Target. They only had Goodfellow.
So I called it. I didn't even realize that's what they were, but I called it.
I don't know. Check the tag real quick.
No, I'm not looking at your butt right now.
No,
No,
you
I'm
don't
not
have to.
checking the tag either. No.
check
Just do it. No,
No.
Josh, just do it. Don't be afraid, dude. Just do
All
it.
right, all right,
Come
all
on,
right.
dude. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it for the show.
Goodfellow sweats.
Dude, they're so comfy.
So I guess you're right. That's something you didn't think you would do.
Yeah, for sure. I guess that was my own. I picked it for you, but it was for me too.
I don't regret wearing Goodfellow clothes.
I didn't say it was something you
I don't wear everything that's in the Goodfellow section at Target. I'm sure Rob probably wears more of it than I do. I hate skinny jeans. You'll never see me in a pair of those.
Why?
I
I hate skinny jeans.
You just got to have a nice tuchus.
I do have a nice
That's right.
tuchus. I used to be a pitcher in baseball. It's a very nice tuchus.
Yeah, but that was like
I don't
20
wear
years-
skinny
That
jeans.
was like 20 years ago.
So what? I weigh 20 pounds more than I did when I played baseball.
He's got
Not
more
a
cushion
lot.
for the pushing.
That's just weird, Rob. Like,
He's got more cushion in his tushin.
that's better, but still weird, Rob.
Dude, something that I would never have imagined is eating charcuterie. It's good. It's so good. It's so good. You just got to try it. You just got. Don't be afraid to try it. Okay.
All right. So
I just feel like there's really no jokes I can touch there that are
that aren't over the line, like Dottish
sure.
jokes, like
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Because I always grew up knowing I would eat charcuterie. All right, that's a dot. Yeah. Save it for the Patreon.
Fan of Beaver, huh, Drew?
Aren't we all?
everyone here, I think. Anyway.
Dude, okay, speaking of charcuterie, so having kids in your 30s and then having a baby, like I've never ever worried about or been even thought about how much someone else poops. But like with a baby, you're just like, oh my gosh, I hope they poop. When they go like 2 or 3 days and you're like, oh God, what's going to happen? And then you just know it's going to be bad.
Explosive.
Is my baby going to explode?
Yeah, it's going to ruin a onesie is what's going to happen.
Or two.
But you're just so concerned. You're just so concerned about someone else's pooping habits. And I just haven't, that's just not something that ever crossed my mind.
So let's see. If I were to think back and yes, I love my conspiracies, but if I think back, if you had spoken to me when I was 29, I had a disdain for our politicians. Now I just hate the company they work for too.
I was going to say what changed.
And that's not to say I hate my country. That's to say I hate politics and the facet that it's done through. But if you had talking to a 29-year-old me, never would I have imagined that he would have adopted the belief in flat Earth at the age of 34.
Oh my gosh.
So that's one of the
It's a real
less
thing,
common.
guys. It's a real thing.
It's one of the less common things to happen to people in their 30s.
It's just I can understand it and empathize from both sides of the line because I was that guy that was like, okay, that's a little too far, and then when my eyes were opened, now I'm on this side
Of the flat Earth.
and I just never thought I would be. You know what's really fun is arguing with other flat earthers about the shape of the flat Earth,
What it looks like.
whether it actually is in space, whether it's a pond, or whether it's stuck between waters.
What it looks like from space.
That's not real, Rob.
Speaking of something that's not real,
I guess the point I'm trying to make is not only do we look crazy to everybody else, but we look crazy to each other too. That's right.
So you're like libertarians.
Yeah,
also.
pretty much. Yeah, that's a
there you
good
go,
way to
exactly.
chalk it up, Drew. Which also I used to be. Now I'm just an anarchist. Anyway, Rob,
oh my god,
your turn.
Speaking of things that aren't real or tangible, I just find myself always buying the warranty on everything.
Why?
It just helps me sleep at night, bro.
Dude, absolutely.
free money.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Drew.
You buy something for $600. Do you want the 5-year coverage for $30? Yeah.
I do.
100%.
No.
You know what I didn't get the warranty on was my phone. Guess what broke? My phone. Yeah.
Okay,
There you
that
go.
one I will say is worth it, but you're talking to a guy that fixes literally everything he buys, and I can't fix my phone. Like, I can't do it. I can't fix my phone, so I will actually buy the warranty on
Well,
that.
they're trying to come up with a law allowing you to.
That will allow you to fix your phone?
A right to fix. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. I'll take that law. The government's always trying to get in the way of everything, man.
Dude, the warranty just lets me lay my head down at night and sleep like a
You
baby
should go
child.
back and calculate all the warranties that you purchased
Nope.
that you never used.
I bought
Dude,
the warranty.
every
on my
dollar was
TV.
worth the peace of mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, give me an example of something you've purchased that you also bought the warranty for, and then I want to know how long you bought the warranty for. Because usually they give you options. You can buy the 1 year, the 3 year, or the 5 year.
Okay, we bought a van. We bought a van from CarMax, and we got the 5 year, and we've had it for like 3.5 years. Just last week, the water pump goes out, and this is good radio. This is that good dad radio where we're going to talk about our car breaking down,
Okay.
and it's going to be so funny. So the water pump goes out on the van, and it's like a $700 repair. We take it over there. They're like,
Wait.
everything's covered,
It's
nothing out of pocket.
It's $700 because you would have had to take it to a mechanic to do it for you plus the parts, right?
Yes.
Just want to check. All right.
Why didn't you just change it yourself?
Oh, okay.
Keep going. I just had.
No, let's
I had
move
to,
on. Let's
I
move
had
on
to
to
get
something else that's
context. No,
funnier
I had to
than-
get context. Keep going.
Let's move on to something else that's funnier than what we're talking about currently.
Well, I'm about to make
let's
some
find that
jokes, so
comedy.
keep going.
Hey, Drew, what about you?
So here's my thing that's going on right now, right? I bought an Excursion last year. I did not buy the warranty, and that's because I'm a man and I'm rebuilding the engine myself.
That was your first mistake.
Rebuild it myself?
Your car would be running right now if you bought the warranty.
There is no warranty for something like that.
So
Nice.
I'm also not spending money on something because what did you buy the warranty for?
Hey, Drew, so let's keep talking about something. Let's find the comedy.
I wear pajamas to the store. Never did that before.
Wait. That's it?
Yeah, it's something I wouldn't have done in my 20s when I cared about what other people thought. Want another one?
Oh,
I wear
Yep.
white socks now. Never did that before because I thought they looked ridiculous with clothes, but now I don't care. So I wear white socks.
Don't you wear boots like every day?
I'm not wearing boots right now. What do you see?
White socks. In flip-flops.
oh my God.
I won't do that. I have some standards.
No. Just remember what you said in your 20s about your 30s.
You'll see me in my 40s. I'll be wearing chonglas and
Crocs.
socks.
Crocs and socks.
Crocs and socks. Oh, there's the episode title right there. That's how. If you wonder if you've given up in your life, just look down, and if you see a combination of Crocs and socks, you have your answer.
You're done. You've reached the end.
Be looking out for the angel of death.
Oh my. Dude, speaking of the angel of death, bro, in my 30s, I'm trying to hit the gym more. And I made the mistake of going with a buddy who is fit. I mean, he
Why
is
is that a
just
mistake?
because, dude, there's a fine line between overdoing, like if you haven't been to the gym in a long time, there's a fine line between like challenging yourself and then completely overdoing it. And you know when you completely overdid it when like 6 days after you did leg day, you're still walking like Frankenstein.
No, dude. That should just tell you how bad off you were.
Or like... or you're walking like Saturday morning girl.
Hey,
Maybe. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, dude.
Sort of. All week long.
There is no pain after the gym like calf day. You go in there and hit it hard on calves, dude, and then try and grocery shop 2 days later. Dude, it will wreck your life. So do that.
You're like,
one.
I don't need legs. I don't need legs. Why do I have legs? I don't
Hey,
need them.
I challenge you, dude. This week, go in there and just burn the crap out of your calves, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Do that. Do that, Rob.
Do it
I guarantee you on Sunday you're playing an acoustic set with like
from a wheelchair.
coffee chair.
Like, and now Rob, we're gonna, for our time of music, we're gonna Skype Rob in from his bed. Oh my God.
Dude,
No way, dude.
Dude, calves will wreck your life, dude. You feel when you walk throughout the day, you never notice them till 2 days after calf day, dude.
Dude, it's the quads and the hammies, bro. The quads and the hammies are worse because when you're like sitting down on the toilet.
Oh, getting
you
to
just-
the toilet. I always wind up falling on the toilet.
Wow.
And then you can't get back up. You're like, well, I live here now. Just bring all my meals over here, guys.
This is where I live now.
Not moving. Not moving. Not moving.
Like, this is what it feels like to be Jabba the Hutt.
No, I can't. There we go. I can't do Java. There we go. Rob can.
Oh my gosh. Dang. Dude, in my 30s, I found that I've stopped listening to so much metal. I like some of that more easy listening stuff now, dude.
I also listen to easier music, but I've also started to recapture my love for metal. So
Okay. Cool.
That one doesn't apply to me. I pay my taxes. Not only do I do that now, but I also pay them on time.
Hopefully Big Brother isn't listening because those past years could come back to haunt you.
Oh, no. They've already
been paid up.
We've already dealt with that, yeah.
You settled it.
Treated up.
Yeah.
You faked your own death and came back as someone else.
That'd be nice. Start from scratch again.
I never thought I would plug my ears at one of my favorite metal shows.
Dude, okay, so since you're talking about that, yeah.
These guys rock.
I get so mad, dude, when I'm standing in there and people are bumping into me.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Leave me alone.
Don't you see me?
Not the drunk guy.
Or the grinding.
Trying to enjoy the music.
Yeah, dude. Can't we all just stand there like this? Isn't that what bands like? With your arms crossed watching?
You used to enjoy the show. Now just enjoy the music.
People are like, hey, you want to go to that concert? Oh.
I mean,
No.
you know you've reached the pinnacle when you send your buddy to the bar for some drinks, and he comes back and tells you the bartender was really surprised that all you wanted was a bullet and rocks.
Or when they're like, dude, I scored some sweet tickets to the show. And you're like, where are they? Dude, right up. They're on the floor, bro, right up front. And you're like,
I'm good.
I'm busy.
Give me that sweet, sweet seat.
Yeah.
I
Give
want
me
the
that
option to
balcony
sit
back
down.
row. They can see my rock fist from up there.
Woo!
I always used to just wear, like Vans or Converse or something. Now I buy like the running shoes, the ones that are molded to your feet so that, you don't get the lower back pain.
Oh, baby.
What are you talking about?
Old man shoes with the Velcro.
He's talking about those shoes that you've always wore, Josh.
The good fellows.
Why are you picking on me, dude? I think you're more likely to wear old man shoes than I am at this point.
He wears
Bro.
skinny jeans, dude. He can't wear old man shoes.
I
with
wear
skinny
those.
jeans.
Bro, I wear
dude,
those
that
sweet,
seems like
sweet-
the ultimate hipster thing. Skinny jeans and old man shoes.
Why are you getting so defensive?
I wear those sweet polished boots. Those good hipster boots that lace up. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah.
Wait, with the folded up cuffs on your pants?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you wear striped socks or anything
Sometimes.
like that?
Designer socks?
Sometimes.
Jeez, dude. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
By the way, we'll never be doing this podcast again.
Yeah, we're done.
That was the last
We are
episode.
done.
Awesome. Well, finally, guys, something that I'm doing a lot of heavy drinking in my 30s. And by heavy drinking, I mean that good LaCroix. Oh, baby. I'm buying it in bulk at Costco. And I have to say, Josh, cherry lime, definitely my favorite now. Cherry lime.
Are you still trying to sell us on LaCroix or something?
It's delicious. Sells itself.
It doesn't. It doesn't actually, no.
There's nothing
Pretty sure
like,
that's why I see so many commercials about it.
Dude. It's either like a love or a hate thing. There's
Yeah.
really no in between.
I'm definitely on
when it
the
comes to
hate side of
yeah,
it.
For sure.
Yeah, the hate side.
there's nothing like kicking off your hipster boots at the end of the day, putting on some Fleetwood Mac on your record player and cracking a good LaCroix.
Do
and,
not bring Fleetwood Mac into this.
and enjoying a nice charcuterie board at the end of the day.
I'd ask
Josh,
you
you
a
want to go
question,
talk
but
about...
I don't think it's PC, so...
Probably not.
Josh, you want to just go talk about what we've learned?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's do it. Number one of the most important things I think that we've learned tonight is that if you're wondering how far you have left to go in life, take a look down, and if you see Crocs and socks, hang it up. It's over. You're good.
You have reached the end.
That's right. Number two, I think we learned that charcuterie is really just an adult Lunchable, and boxed wine is an adult Capri Sun, and that's awesome.
Is it really just an adult legible?
Is that all it is?
Just try it. It's delectable. That good charcuterie.
The San Francisco treat.
Yeah. Dang it, dude. Number 3. Just the way you San Francisco treat. You just threw that in there. Crap, maybe that's the episode title. I'm not sure. We'll see. You'll know when you download it. It'll surprise you. And then number 3, I have to admit, I was totally wrong. There are many, many situations where just go limp is good advice. I was wrong.
Maybe that's the title. Just go limp.
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, there's so much good stuff to work with. I'm gonna have to flip a coin, a 3-sided coin. Figure that one out. Anyways. We just want to say thank you guys so much for listening and supporting the show. Make sure that wherever you get your podcasts that you subscribe there. And if you leave us a 5-star rating, we really appreciate it. Make sure you check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/youmehepodcast. And coming up in April, we'll be announcing very soon our April live chat. So for our $5 and up patrons, you will have access to that. So stay tuned. And until next time, I'm your host, Rob Lambert.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
Carroll.
I'm gonna put a little quiet jazz behind it right there. Just NPR. You know what? Hang on. Just the same way that we did the intro. Let's take it back. Let's do a nice, good, subtle NPR outro. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And until next time, I'm your host, Rob Lambert.
This is your co-host, Josh Frankenstein.
Drew Carroll.
Have a good night, everybody.